Life Goes Friday is a podcast launch where four dudes talk about their career stories and how they're going into it, business, tech, entrepreneurship. Warning, this podcast contains explicit language and anything said or done here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Please kindly do not take it personally. It's all for good fun and it's all jokes. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet? Welcome to the Evening Deal from Us Podcasting. I'm Drounz, and with me, as usual, is the guys, the boys, for this trying to do the metrics. Yeah. So, as usual, we have me, Supreme Leader, What's Podcasting, Drounz. And we have bottom, top right corner, we have Shego Sime. Shego, introduce yourself. You do your introduction yourself today, all of you. So,
hello.
You did make noise when you do mic test. Now you did talk like say gun do your head.
Making cast.
Speak, Shego.
I'm a man of few words. Hello.
This guy. Prince, Prince, introduce yourself, I beg.
Hello world. I am Prince. They call me Kekere on sport times. I am currently jobless, and that is what I am right now. I am jobless. So if you know, help me. My LinkedIn is in the description. Thank you.
Job, who are you? He's choosing.
Who are you?
Job, who are you?
Musa, introduce yourself.
I've introduced myself already.
Yeah, speak loud now. You just be talk.
You guys cannot hear me, ne?
In a whisper, I don't know that your crush they listen to the episode before.
Like, guys, I don't know. Speak.
You guys can't hear me properly.
Well, yeah,
introduce yourself. That's what you're doing, baby.
Is your favorite gate man? Not much to say there.
Wait, just to confirm though, like, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are.
So what are you saying I'm whispering, bro?
You did not say anything. Let's not be as if it's just me. Prince, Shego, please. Did you guys hear when he introduced himself? Did you hear what he said?
Most they talk like person when in babe did the same room with them. Come for land or crush, more like crush.
Exactly.
Talk well.
I reserve my.
What are you waiting for? Introduce yourself, okay?
I am Mr. Obed, bruh. Like, what do you want again?
Yeah, wow.
What do you do for a living? You have a job. Nice. Nice. Well, I don't have agenda for today, just like I did last week. So let's start from last week.
You skip, Egorp, you skip.
Yeah, your network is not good, Jerry.
Major events of this week.
Yeah, major events of this week.
The rate cuts. Federal Reserve cuts rates. But I don't care about that. Basically, what it means is that the economy can still crash according to my prediction of last year. So,
you said November, innit?
Yeah, I said around November, yeah. So there's still a very high chance. I mean, a cut rate of 50 basis points basically means that they remove 0.5 from the interest rates, which should mean that if you're trying to get a mortgage on a new property, it should be cheaper now. But they are doing that because of the job claims, and new jobs are actually terrible because US economy is going to shite. But people are generally happy, so the market looks okay since the cuts, and we predict more interest rate cuts this year. It has not been cut since 2020. And usually, correlation is not causation, but we can clearly see that after every cut, the economy seems to crash not too long after. So let's go.
Why? Because
like I said, correlation is not causation.
No.
Can just really observe what.
After every cut, there's a crash. Why? Because ticket cuts.
Record.
Jesus Christ.
My
Jesus,
God.
Jesus. Oh my
You guys
God.
don't do this to me. Somebody should have at least
I
like,
feel you. Musa, I
yeah,
feel
like,
you.
oh my god.
I feel you. They go have any words.
I literally laughed. I laughed, but you didn't hear me.
They was
Yeah,
muted when he laughed.
yeah.
Shago, I see what you did. I see what you did.
Well, in the tech space, we talked about the AI stuff that came out last week, did we?
Which
Yeah.
AI?
Oh, yeah. Now the thinking stuff that I was saying that it was
Okay, MGBT1,
Wow. Yeah. We had time to test it now, like play around with it, use it, and apparently, like I said, it's just English term. It does exactly what GPT-4 does.
Just it should apparently try to think longer. I feel the only new thing in tech that I know about personally is that the demand for iPhone 16 is dropping. And I want to say I'm happy, but I applied for like 6 positions that are still open for Apple. So let me not celebrate their downfall in case I get a job there.
Nah, I think people are like, we say this all the time, but then they still sell the highest. Close the door, very please.
No, all the time, they are this thing that demand has not dropped for their phones.
Do you get, like, we say it all the time that people are beginning to realize, but then people still buy a shit ton of it, like it's like, at the end of the day. So whether or not we like, I believe still what it is, especially for them. People will still buy it, people will still use it. People that have not changed their phone in 5 years will still use it. If I can afford it, I would buy it because I've not changed my phone in a long time. So
Price. No custom.
see?
But the price for like
Stop talking half. What are you doing?
Like Egorp said he has not changed his phone in a long time, and I just want to ask him, he has not what?
Oh, Egorp, answer.
See, me changing my phone, it was actually, I've not used the latest phone in a long while. That's what
answer before giving context.
Wait.
Answer before giving.
I think Egorp doesn't want his employees to know he's just changed phone.
No, now they know now. Obviously, I use it to make videos. Like, why you make it sound like I'm hiding it? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, they fucking know now. I use it to make videos. I send, like, they know I have a new phone that I use specifically for that. Like, I use it to send screenshots, videos, screen recordings.
Screenshots.
I use it for a lot of media
Android,
stuff.
Android.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? See, I use it for a lot of stuff.
Egorp, sorry, man. There's still a screen munch for Android.
What do you mean screen munch?
For BlackBerry, before
Screen grab.
just get up. There's screen munch, and you go see 2 mouths for top and bottom of them. You don't know.
Guy, what the fuck? Guy, you guys just legit got taking pictures and video at the same time. Like, if there's anybody that they should be laughed at, is you. You just started being able to take pictures and while you recording at the same time.
I'm okay, my
Egorp,
SEO.
let me tell you something. It's not about being able to do it at the same time. You can do it at the same time, but it's the quality there. Those are things
What
you
do
have
you
to
mean the
look out
quality?
for.
Someone who has a Samsung can do it and do it well. What the fuck?
I'm not sure.
I've also decided something happened to me this week, right? So my uncle, I posted something on my status. I posted that hey, what's up? With anybody, I'm coming. I posted that hey, what's up? Yeah, I posted that hey, what's up? With anybody wants to go in a relationship with me for 2 weeks, we just mess around and jump into a relationship and we'll figure it out on the way. Apparently,
I just want to mess around.
Nah, it's actually a serious thing. Like, to be honest, I'm not joking. It's a serious thing. So apparently, a few people
Exactly.
No, it's not. It's not for knacks. It's not for any of that. It's actually like an actual thing. So I did get people interested. Some people interested. Some people DM me. I'm like, some people like backlash me now and stuff. But that is not. You can ask me about it later. But the main reason why I'm saying this
is very good. Egorp is using relationship as an experiment. Like, he wants to use women's hearts as experiments to come and do
Yeah.
a podcast story about.
No. If you put it like that, she go thunder fire.
I'm sure you get.
If you put it like that, it now looks like I'm doing something evil, like I'm playing with people's heart, like I'm emotionless. I'm not. I am
But
also
people
committed
stop
to.
Egorp is creating content for our podcast. Why are you hating on him? Content
See,
for us.
if you put it that way, it looks like I'm evil. But the thing here is that like I am also emotionally invested in this thing. I have emotions too. Like I'm talking to you every day. We're always having like conversations. We're getting to know each other in the moment. And it is a thing. It is an actual thing. So it's not just me. I'm trying to form relationship and
It's an actual thing where you just
I'm
want to
inside-
find answers to questions. Not like it is an actual thing.
What answer?
This guy want
I
to
don't
Love
know.
Island for Ife.
But all of us here were single, so all of our advice are actually very accurate. It's not skewed, it's not biased. Egorp, as
Yeah.
the fellow, as the chairman of the single podcast and single committee,
Mm-hmm.
what you need is a close friend.
Hey, hey.
A close
What I need?
friend. Wait, not
Why-
girlfriend. Calm down.
Why are you laughing?
Friend and ask mental questions on. So if you want to find out something, it is that friend that is close enough to tell you. Just like all these fucking simps that will be opening their mouth and telling girls bro code. That is not how it's supposed to be. It's meant to get a female version of that will tell you their code if you want to experiment.
I'm not experimenting. Like if you look at it that way, it looks very. I'm not experimenting. I'm actually in a relationship, but the relationship
For
is just
2
ends
weeks.
into-
Like it's not an
Yes.
experiment, but the time is defined.
Shego, you know those days when we did like a SS3, when somebody would be like, let's do it there. I dare you. We talk each day and this is the first to fall in love, feels the game. Like
I swear.
See, you guys are looking at it from a very, very unprofessional point of view.
my guy, you go explain tire,
Sure.
I swear.
See, you guys are looking at it from a very, very unprofessional point of view. To be honest,
Unprofessional.
yes, you're looking at it like I'm making a deal with the person. I'm trying to, play people's heart. I'm not.
So what's your goal?
So here's the thing, right? People are
Give me
asking me
the answer direct, context later. Answer first, context later.
context facts, motherfuckers.
That is beating around. And then go
Context first.
Wait till you talk, please.
I say it's usually Musa that beats around the bush, that is not giving straight answers, and Egorp is always pushing. Now it's the
What do
opposite.
you mean? What do you mean?
Now your
Yes, now.
consultant lie. It depends.
Yeah, I swear.
All I'm saying-
Ask Shegu can testify.
Okay, Egorp, you're on the hot seat now. It's your turn.
Answer first, direct. Why are you doing this? One sentence answer, then you can
What is your
explain
goal?
why.
I want to get into a relationship. That's my goal.
So,
So
yeah,
how is it now 2 weeks?
It's 2 weeks, right? Because here's the thing. This is where the context comes in.
Free
I love
trial, 14, free trial 14 days.
why not God?
So here's where the thing comes in, right? Every single time we jump into a relationship, it's always talking stage, then pre-talking stage, then post-talking stage, like then relationship, right? However, if you've noticed, people say this a lot. Now, I don't know how factual this is, but people say it a lot, that arranged marriage kind of lasts longer. Parents who have just organized weddings, organized marriage, they find, I don't know what they experience, but it's something interesting.
Should I?
Wait. Sorry.
I would like to interrupt you.
I would like to interrupt you.
Okay, interrupt you first, please.
Okay. So is the length of a marriage the purpose of a marriage?
But I mean, you can't just go straight to the length of the marriage, the purpose of the marriage. An enjoyable marriage, a reasonable marriage that is enjoyable for the
You
longest
just
time.
said it in a way
What's
that arranged marriages look like they last longer. Like it was sounding as if you inferred that therefore they can mean that they are more enjoyable.
You can correlate a good marriage to the length of the marriage. You can say a marriage that is being, enjoyable most likely lasts longer than a marriage that is not enjoyable. So that's like a fair assumption to make. It's a fair assumption to say. Yeah.
Your basis is wrong because you forgot something called confounding factors in statistics. External factors that influence your data. Now, as I said earlier, correlation is not causation. You're
Okay.
looking at arranged marriages happen to last longer. What you should look is to try to separate it by the characteristic of what is an arranged marriage and why it work. Wait, let me finish. What? See, guys,
higher Prince.
wait, for people that
Knowledge too much, man.
I get
You want to release them? You don't know where you go fit talk.
I swear, I've been studying for the past few days. I need to show off. Egorp, come back here and sit down. So, external factor, or as we call it in time series analysis, exogenous variables that affect the study. So, first of all, look at body in example, which is what is an arranged marriage and what consists of it. The simple basis point is that anybody that can arrange their daughter to get married has absolute control over the daughter. No one is going to divorce an arranged marriage. It is very high chance, even whether the marriage is happy or not, it will not get divorced. Why? Because your parents can tell you who to marry and you cannot say no. Is it you now open your mouth and say, I want to leave the person you told me to marry? Do you get my logic? So, based on that logic alone, you can't look at them as a fitting example, simply because anybody that their parents can influence them to marry somebody they don't know about cannot divorce the person due to family values and culture. Thank you.
See, you can say all of that, which is valuable. Like I tell you now, like I have no data points to back why I believe so, but I hear it a lot and I believe and I not even believe, I thought to myself, because I've said believe, I thought to myself that let's do this, right? Let's get to a relationship where there's no talking points, where there's no talking stage. Let's get to a relationship where we skip all the talking stage and we just inside and we're dating and then we figure it out inside. Like the reason why I say we figure it out inside is because like, what is it like to date somebody that there is no pre-talking stage for? There's nothing to, this, like you are inside the thing and then you train yourself to figure out the problems that you come across and try and find a solution while doing it. That is the interesting part for me. That's what I'm looking for.
Attracted to each other. That's the number one problem. How you walk around that?
The attraction. I believe attraction can be built. See, here is this thing, right? I'm coming.
Yeah, and that your mini skirt. Come on, sit down.
See,
I want everyone to finish talking, then I'll talk about some people that
Hey, voila. Whiteboard.
Wait, that has whiteboard, dude. Jeez.
yes, I've always had it. Like,
No, like
This guy used permanent marker on it.
it's not permanent marker on there.
Hey,
Clean it now.
go fight.
Why is it not clean?
It's not permanent marker. Oh, shit, it's not.
Cut in the act.
I hate you guys, I swear. See, it's not permanent marker. It's clean. It's just that I've used it for a while and I've just left it there. It's not
Oh, bro. This is an idea. The idea of 2 years ago.
just use your perfume, clean it.
It is not. It is this. See, when I release this.
My guy said when I
Explain tire. That thing no go clean. Go find hand sanitizer. Do
If
your
I put perfume, it go clean. Oga, see, when I made last week, when I made Lay Your Head, the Night Food Stories, when we released it, right? God is good. That is when this came about. I was observing the results from people that liked it and people that did not. God is good. And we now made all of this to be able to track, like, just give me a data point on the things that are working for the episode and things that are not. That is why this is here. But that's not my points today. Today, I want to show you what I call the graph of ugliness and time. Now,
what?
Yes. Wait, you want to say that it is that ugliness is inversely proportional to the time spent? Yeah.
You go finish up perfume you're supposed to use for your body where you normally know they use. You go finish up for
guy,
that bro.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck both of you, all of you. See,
Perfume where you're supposed to use for a first date. Don't finish up.
You get you want to do 14 days free trial, but at the end of the day,
Jesus Christ. This boy, turned out fire, you guys. I swear.
Nah, you want to use marker on white paper. Oh
He wanted to give us an example. He brought a whiteboard that had marker on top.
Oh my god.
Here's it. So this is what I mean. You can see, bro. I believe
No.
this is what
It's
I believe that
reflecting.
this.
He kinda look like Jesus and devil.
Egorp, just
Life is not really white and black, but this is. Continue.
So I'm going to explain it audibly for the guys who
We
cannot
can't
see.
see that shit. Just use your mouth and talk. Oh,
we are all science students in a way. So you can explain.
Thank you.
It's why
Yes.
let's see it.
why are you wasting time?
Here. The guy
That's why
actually see.
Oh
understand.
my god, this guy. Like,
So
are you
So
actually
you
being
know
stubborn?
the y-axis, the
We
x-axis,
know the
right?
y-axis, yes.
Good. The one that goes up and the one that goes down, that goes straight. Good. So look at this. I believe, right, that here on the y-axis, you put
Do that y-axis again.
guy, can you just
Your y-axis they go up.
do you want to mock me or you want to listen? Choose one. So X. Okay. Here on the x-axis, here's y. Why are you guys confusing me now? Like for like, can you
to our viewers?
Egorp x-axis is vertical.
Let's explain it.
can you
Egorp got the y-axis, right? Musa Nato was X. Egorp can't believe that changed his answer.
I believe now, like I fucking believe. I hate you guys. I swear to God, I hate you guys in my life.
Wait, show me. Where's the x-axis again?
Why?
Where's the x-axis?
X. Why? So here's what I believe. I believe if you put time here, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right? And you put an ugliness scale here, like a scale of beauty. Let's just call it scale of beauty. 0 being the worst. 1 here, right? 2, 3, up to 10. Here's what I believe.
What are
right?
the variables on the x-axis?
What do you mean? Here, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks now.
Time. Okay.
Time. This is time.
Egorp,
And
just
this is beauty.
Egg, please.
Okay, now I believe if you put time 1 week, 2 weeks, and you put beauty right here, here's what's going to happen. You will find out that everybody starts from 1 point. Some people start from 8, 3, 4, 5. You can calculate character and everything, but all things being equal, right? Let's say you like the person you meet in the state that you meet them at a 8, right? Minus character, like all things being equal, all things maintaining the same.
Yeah, we have those. Yes, sir.
Good. I believe that beauty will increase as time goes on, constantly.
I believe I don't understand.
Wait, I beg you, wait. I want to make this guy land first.
See, the more time you spend with that person, right, the more beautiful they become.
No.
All things being equal, right? Yes, let me explain. You meet somebody.
Active.
Yeah, just saying time. I can stay with somebody and be enemies with the person. What do you mean? The more time I spend.
That's what I said. I said this. Listen, you didn't listen. You don't need to listen. I said if you meet somebody as a person at a 2, you meet somebody at a 2, right? For whatever decision that allowed you decide that person is a 2 in that moment, all things being equal, right? That person potentially would continue to go up. Like if it's constant, right? That person would.
But yeah, the one that just you don't even explain your justification for why it's constant. They use all things being equal to to try and make a point that is not making the point.
That's the thing here is that like I can't exactly give you the data points, but I'm postulating this theory because
you're putting it on a graph.
Yes, because I know it's true that people become more beautiful with the time you spend with them. The only thing that can change that, like even character,
you have to say it positively. People become more like even
character,
time you stay with them.
that even knowing the person's character cannot exactly change how they look. As sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes the person has a very disgusting, dirty character, but if you look at their face, they still look beautiful. It's just that you don't want to associate with them because of that character. But like I'm saying that like the likeness you have for that person potentially in most cases will positively increase over time. The more time we spend with them. Here's why.
I don't agree with that too.
I don't agree
You
with
see
that.
somebody that is not exactly good looking on the first day you meet them. You see them, you see them throughout the week. You start working with them in the same office. You see them throughout the week. You see them for 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. At some point, you forget. Like you start losing the part of your brain that sees them as not good looking, starts to like it doesn't recognize them anymore. Like you start seeing them as a regular person. Then if they tell you you're in a relationship in the first time, you're like, who they date this one? This one that looks like this. After some while, you start like seeing them in a different light. You start seeing a reason why, somebody can date you now. Maybe not me, but it's possible someone can date you. You get like you start seeing like they become, I don't know how to explain it, because the body become more attractive. Now, this is a scenario this theory I'm postulating right now. I know is a fact. I just don't have the data.
Sorry, Ego. Yeah, please, sorry. You know how before we start podcast, when we say like anybody who gets mic, you go look and see what they talk. Makes sense. Anybody who whiteboard.
See,
graph, you look and see what they say. They make sense.
Back in the 80s, right? When postulated. Back in the 80s, when they postulated theory of radio waves, and I've forgotten his name, and he said that there are waves that move within the air. There are waves that are radio waves, and that's what he called it, right?
Bro, all waves moves through the air, bro. Like, what is going on?
Nobody believed him. Nobody. Because he didn't have data to prove it. He didn't have the data to prove it, but he postulated the theory. And then it was up to 90. It was the early 1890s and 90s until it was proven that radio waves existed. And then late 90s, that's when they used the first radio wave to do a transfer and recording. An actual recording. And that's what the first...
in 44 years, Egorp will be proven right. So in 44 years, you'll be proven right.
Musa, right now, I don't have the data to tell you that as people become more attractive, the more time you spend with them. But I know it is a true fact that people become more attractive the more time you spend with them. That one is a fact. That's something I am very sure of. I just don't have the data to prove it. Case closed.
No, you're still not, like, for me, it's like
Musa is the grammar that he's using that is different. He's saying it's a proven fact, but I don't have data to prove it. What you want to say is that it is a hypothesis based on your views and your perspective. It is your hypothesis. It cannot be a proven fact if there's no data to prove it. That's just
how do I say it is true? It is true, but I don't have data to prove it. But I know it is true.
I just told you now.
That is type 1 error. Type 1 error, probability of rejecting a false null hypothesis, a true null hypothesis. So what you're trying to say basically is that the significance level is pretty too low for the hypothesis you're trying to do, which means we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis, which is actually wrong in your basis because it's a hypothesis, not a fact. See, guys, I'm ready for interview. Guys, my head is hot. Let my head is hot.
Wait, Egorp. What I'm trying to say is that you are just saying that, if I just take one random babe like that, and maybe the babe is a 1 out of 10, like what you're saying is that just because I'm staying with her, right, over time in 1 year, she will move from 1 to like 4. Like, bro, that's what you're saying. And I'm like, that does not make sense. An ugly babe.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because if you're a 1 for a reason in my eye. Like, time will not change that you're a 1, except that you did change this.
Time will change it, nigga.
I think what is deceiving you is that marker and white paper that you use to write. I don't understand this thing.
Time will change it. That's what I'm saying.
Is it this theory you want to enter 2 weeks relationship for? My brother, save your money.
See, it's not about. I'm serious. I'm legit telling you that time will change this. Like I don't know how else to explain to you that like
Right.
people become
Pause.
more attractive the more time you spend
Pause.
spend
Like,
with them.
do you mean like somebody you are actively engaging, right? Is that this, or are you saying just anybody that you spend, like that you are in the same vicinity with? Wait, let me ask you a practical question.
Musa is actually the best question.
Eh?
This is the best question, to be honest. Continue.
Yeah, like no, let me just put a practical case studies. So for FA babes, when you came to SS1, that were a 1 out of 10. By SS3, for you, they have moved from 1 out of 10 to 5 out of 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
That's the end.
Carry
Let
on.
us end it there. Let us end it.
Okay.
Let us end it there. We have viewers listening to this. Please. Viewers discretion. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I leave it.
Very good point that the more I look at somebody, like for example, you have been watching news and you have been seeing
Hello.
Adam for the last decade.
I'm trying to get to
find more.
is attractive to his wife.
Egorp, yeah.
What did you say? Say that
Yeah.
again. Say
Adam
so.
Tomole for the last decade on the news. That means right now he's getting more attractive. Or to people don't define more. In Dimple don't they arrange because I'll be seeing him on news. We can go on like this for a very long time. Even Jay-Z
Egorp.
define.
Egorp.
Egorp,
I want to understand.
Portable next 2 years go soon find for Egorp.
No. I want to understand why.
Put our number 3 before now, they're like number 7. I don't say for this.
I'm not going to say anything about that. I believe so. I believe, yeah.
I want to understand why you came to this conclusion. What was your line of thinking? What did you encounter? What led you here?
What led me to this point? Right.
There's a babe in his mind. Like he's using a babe as a reference to try and justify this.
I'm not using a babe.
Shut up.
I'm using different people and different experiences to justify why I believe this thing. Right. So you get into a new environment.
I think just let me not say it here. Go
you
ahead.
get
to a new environment. You meet people. You've already made the judgment of this baby not it. That one is not it. This one is not it.
Pause. Just give me the answer. What led you here? If you describe your explanations after, like what led you here?
What led me
I just
to
want
this
to know that word. Yeah.
What led me to my hypothesis or to the relationship?
Your hypothesis led you to the relationship. So what led you to the hypothesis?
What led me to the hypothesis? I've been
You're
observing, and I'm asking myself. I'm saying it out loud so that I I'm saying it out loud. Jesus Christ! Like I'm just saying it out loud. So here's the thing. I've been observing myself. Like I'm always very self-conscious of like the way I react to things and the way I see them. I'm very self-conscious of like, am I viewing this thing in the best way possible? Like I'm viewing this thing like if I'm viewing something, I'm always self-conscious. Like I'm viewing this thing in this way because of X and X reasons, right? I'm always asking myself that question, right? And I will look for that perspective. But now I was saying, wait, there's a babe that became beautiful all of a sudden. And there's a babe that remained unbeautiful. There's this scenario in the past that a babe has slowly grown to become extremely pretty. And there's a babe that has slowly grown to become pretty, not extremely. But then, like, why have these people changed?
Wait.
Wait. Let him land. Let's not stop his flow of thought first.
Let him finish his flow.
Yeah, write your questions down because me I get. Finish first.
So the thing is that, like, why have these people changed, right? And why have they become this way? That's the question. And then I started thinking myself, like, if you spend, is that fab? Thank you. I don't care. If you spend more time with people and you kind of like look at them regularly, you see that the level of attraction you have for them improves. Like it's positively goes higher. Meaning this on this right hand side going upward facing heaven is the scale of attractiveness. And down here is time.
Wait, I said attractiveness, you said beauty. Now you're saying attractiveness again.
I'm putting them in the same box.
Okay, no Allah.
Okay. So you just get the only thing now that's reduces that is if the person's character changes, and then for some reason, like it's beauty, it's a psychological thing that is a thing of it is. It's not like this is beautiful and this is no. It's more like your brain is what decides what is beautiful. Like it's it's more psychological than it is a thing that is facts. Like I think that's the overall like benchmark. That's what I'm getting to, because you spend more time.
But those are two different things, my dear. That beauty is psychological and that beauty increases with time are two very different things.
If I look at Ajegule for 20 years, it look more beautiful to me with time.
No, like, bro, you're even putting it in the abstract. He's saying a human being. I'm trying to understand, like, what do you mean?
For 20 years, will he look more beautiful, Egorp? Question.
Politicians, they will.
Hey, this guy.
I believe that.
So Egorp, it might be, and this might be where your hypothesis might have flaws. It might be that the people that you looked at, like your sample size at that point, right, were people that normally, like, physically, they were changing. And so therefore, as they were physically changing because they were much younger, up until now, their beauty increased with those physical changes. So maybe the babe, she started getting more hair. Maybe the babe started getting, like, she started becoming like much more, like she started becoming much more self-aware, maybe about like her beauty and all of these kind of things. And like that, your sample size, maybe those people fall into this category, and you're now justifying and extrapolating this particular case, right, to mean that everybody like must be like it. So you have to ask yourself, who is in your mind when you say these things? And could it be that there were changes, or this person actually started taking beauty more serious, which led me to think that, so with time, beauty increases.
Exactly. So that is one of the confounding factors. The second one is an assumption that Egorp has been saying very broadly. And Musa asked you the question, he never really explained it. His question was, is it someone that you are actively like having communion with, conversation with, interacting with? That makes logical sense to an extent. Like if you keep talking to someone, with time, you people will tend to like each other, all things being equal. Is that what you're trying to say, Egorp?
That is part of it.
You are saying someone that if you just keep staying with them, see, you can live with your upstairs neighbor for 50 years and the idiot looks uglier than ever before. I don't know, like your phrasing makes it a very uncorrelated fact.
Like, Ego, look at this chat. This is what I sent you.
Yes.
I think that is where it is.
You spend more time with them. You talk to them regularly. You see them all the time. You engage with them. They become more beautiful. Like
so is that it? So it is based on people that you interact with, correct? Full stop. Not just anybody that you are just with.
Thank you, Egorp. Change your question.
Yes, it must interact.
Full stop. You have more basis.
No, it sounds better. It's not correct, but it sounds better than before.
Not even it's not correct.
Guy, you don't just
sound like this wisdom.
Add hypothesis and theory in the same sentence and it becomes correct. What kind of statistical method are you using?
The fact, but I cannot prove it. Like, bro,
It's
economics, they'll throw you out there.
It's a fact. What's your source? Let me tell you.
These are the issues, because as I said, that's the thing. When somebody postulates a theory that goes above
fireworks,
this nigga freaking thinks he's one Einstein or something. Like,
when somebody postulates a theory,
I believe.
Go.
I believe on so many levels. I believe on so many levels, right?
It's not a GPT now. Egorp no go keep quiet. Oh God.
See, I believe on so many levels that I say some things, that are true. But people don't get to understand this until somebody else says it's different.
A broken clock is right 2 times a day.
Oh boy, guy, like it's like let's go to WhatsApp call because it's like maybe this mic is making Egorp think that what he's saying.
Egorp, some things you say are right because if you say just enough things, some things will be right. It's as simple as that. Because of you have a die and keep on throwing the thing doesn't mean you have cars that will give you 6. If you throw it 2 billion times, obviously you have over 106 that will come up on the die. So it's just the case of law of large numbers that you are mistaken for correctness. You just happen to bring out a lot of theories. It's like Simpsons. Everybody saying that Simpsons predicts the future. But those bastards have over 30 seasons of predicting every possible outcome. Of course, some things will click. Even though some are scary, but you get my logic. They just have a large number of predictions. That's why it seems like they're always correct. So,
It's like saying One Piece still don't predict the future now.
exactly. One Piece they predict fire. Everybody they predict. Even Pornhub self they predict things. Look at Didi. We have to even discuss Didi self. So it's just the truth. Now, why am I saying Pornhub they predict? Because this thing, we obviously know that there's every possible of everything online. There's every possible matchup online. People have created battle of Batman versus Spider-Man. They are not even in the same universe. Likewise, we know it is the same way in porn industry and every industry. So any day here, a celebrity is hooking up with this other person. It doesn't mean that Pornhub predicted that they'll hook up. It just means that they match every possible combination. That if two people match, they don't predict it. Do you get my logic? It's a very unorthodox logic.
What the hell are you watching, Prince?
No. I'm just trying to say, if you combine every possible combinations, we obviously have hits. That's what I'm saying.
No,
so with that said, Egorp, nothing the fact not improving statistically. Thank you. Can we talk about our weeks now?
I believe there's somebody out there in the future that will actually take this theory and then prove me right.
You should take it by yourself. See, there's nothing so. I mean, okay, yes. The only thing that separates you and Einstein is that Einstein tested what he was thinking. You just have to test and prove it, and like allow that your methods can be tested and the same results will be met again. That is what takes hypothesis to theory.
I'm dating a random person. I'm dating a random person that I will not date, or I don't know if I will.
There's actually some tests for you online. Have you been watching Mr. Beast channel?
I know channel. I know all those things. I understand it. I know those.
Yeah, he always puts 2 random people inside the situation. At least the last few. Very interesting videos. And you will notice that sometimes they may be gelling for some time. But in most cases, the hate they increase. Shego, have you watched any of these videos? Any of Mr. Beast's videos?
The one that they locked in under the ground for 100 days.
There are plenty one in same forest, same distance. Sometimes after a while, that's why there's something called the breaking point. There's something called it's like a marginal utility. Musa, remember? Marginal utility. Exactly. There's a point that any extra one, if you eat a cake right now, it will feel nice, to taste nice. The first bite will be the best bite. But after a while, any additional bite will make you vomit. Same thing with alcohol. It's called marginality. I've forgotten love. Is it law of diminishing returns or something like that? So you cannot just factor a straight linear graph on your paper and feel like a scientist when you have not even factored the law of diminishing this thing. There's a time that you stay in the same house with someone, you divorce them. No matter how much you fall in love with them the first 6 months. Because that time, you people need to fucking go and get a job and get friends. You cannot just be beside each other 24 hours a day. You don't factor that.
Understood. Yes.
That is why you're wrong.
Yeah. I don't think my theory is.
We know.
I understand. Let's do this topic in the air. I understand, right? But my point is being said here. I'm in a 2 weeks relationship. I will be soon. I'm in. I will let you guys decide.
You are in a 2 weeks relationship. You will be soon. When is it starting?
I will not give anybody details.
He's in.
I will not give anybody details. I won't give anybody details. You let me know. I put it out there. 2 weeks relationship with me. I'm tall, 6 foot, black skin. I have my natural hair on. I'm a fine guy. I'm a creative. I don't have money.
Which other hair before you get?
No, now wig. Now it is say the say boys get wig for it. I have my hair on.
My natural hair now.
Egorp is actually a CEO. I don't know.
He's a creative of you on this podcast. People are bowed. So that's an advantage.
Egorp, don't tire to the sprint.
Really
want sprint in relationship.
People like different things. People like different. So the girl where you feel like bald guys, you're not gonna know.
We'll figure it out.
Until
So
That
starting,
was-
say all the qualities now in case our listeners are listening. Don't worry, I'll recommend this exact episode to more girls that I know. I will try my
Thank
best.
you.
I'll
Thank you
recommend.
very much. Thank you very much. I watched The Office. I like The Office. You
This is
know, you see,
This is episode 30, yes?
say your location.
my location. I stay in Nigeria. I'm a
Okay.
Nigerian citizen.
Where in Nigeria?
Where in
I stay-
Nigeria? You can't just be in-
I stay in a state close to Lagos. It's not so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Me did not associate your states close to.
I stay in a city. I live in a city close to Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Your city
all I
no
can say.
journey.
It's a city close to Lagos.
No, let's leave him. Which other qualities you have? So 2 weeks ago, what are they to gain? Is it physical touch, time, quality time, acts or giving?
I think
Spotify, Netflix.
Shawarma.
I think those are the things we'll figure out in the relationship. To be honest, those are the things I'm looking forward to
You guys
learn.
are
on.
She go turn employee soon. She no go know.
This thing, please help me edit this episode.
She's employed for 2 weeks.
Now to where Egorp give her audio. Take this one first.
End of the 2 weeks, you say, what are we now? You go say, you go just give her job offer.
We need an extra editor on the team. You seem to be good at it. We need a social media manager. Anyway, that's also
With time, they look more employable.
Like those guys where Egorp in that profile go get job description instead of this way, like say good communication skills, ability to work under pressure.
Egorp, they use relationship poach guys.
Ooh.
Thank you very much. We spent 1 hour on this topic. Are you all happy?
For 1
So
hour,
you spent 1 hour because you could have ended the scenes.
It's you that didn't want to believe my theory now. By all means,
week before we
Did we do?
how was your week? Please, thank you.
Okay, we'll talk about it the after. Or should we go on break now?
Yeah, let's go on break now. Hi, it's David, and I'm going to play you a short snippet, or you can call it a really short thriller, into our first ever audio drama from What's Podcasting. She covered his face with a scarf.
Then below, come up, Python. I don't lose. I just want to go one corner high, make her cry small.
Our students, you don't reach your school. I mean this one, maybe your boss stop again. You don't be student again. Our students.
Hey, we are here.
Oh my god. How long did I sleep for?
It's not for so long. It's fine. I'm also coming down here.
I knew my request was weird. Please forgive me.
Well, yes, actually. It was a bit weird, to be honest. But you know what? It's cool, I understand. And you were polite about it, so why not? It's not like all those people that will just doze off on your shoulder.
Thank you. Well, please, can I know your name? What's your name, please?
Amanda. My name is Amanda.
Now, that was just a sneak peek into what to expect. The link to our first ever audio drama for a full season, this is just a pilot. You can find it in the description. It's called Lay Your Head. The name of the podcast itself is Night Food Stories. The idea is to turn interesting stories into audio dramas that you can listen to while eating your night food. With that being said, I'll let you continue the conversation. Check the link in the description. Peace. Right. We're back from the from the break, guys. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Please check the link in the description for those lame things I was mentioned during the break. Peace. So let's start with our week. Let's go there. How was you guys' week? How's you guys' week now? I cannot hear again. Who's going to start?
Don't expect the 3 people to talk at the same time, do you?
Someone to choose now.
You are the moderator.
Musa, how was your week?
The week was fast. I can't even lie, bro. Like when people say like startup, you don't know when time flies. No be lie. Honestly speaking, guy. Like bro, before I could realize like, oh my god, what day are we in? I think I was already in Wednesday. I'm not even capping. And by the time I was in Wednesday, I was just looking for sleep. And I did not find sleep since Saturday. And Saturday has led me to Sunday. And now here we are again at night. And it's going to start all over again tomorrow. But the interesting thing that happened in my week is that I told you now, Steve Dede of Loose Talk.
Yeah.
Steve, by the way, if you're listening to this, hey.
Oh, Jesus Christ, nigga. Potentially, but nah, I don't think he will.
No. He has the Musabed podcast. It was such a coincidence, guy, because I was doing like coffee chats with like guys in my company now, and Steve is now people know where I work. Oh, true. Anyways, yeah, so I was doing like coffee chats, trying to get to know people, and like the name was so familiar. I was like, Steve did it, like, and the voice was so familiar, but I could not just like recall because I've not listened to Loose Talk in a bit. And I was like, wait, you're the host, right? Like he told me that, he saw that like he searched for Musabe, and the first thing that came into the podcast, like he likes podcasts. So I was like, oh nice. Do you have one? I asked him, he was like, yeah, Loose Talk. I was like, wait, Loose Talk? Are you the three guys? Yeah. I was not like, guy, you guys are one of the reasons why we started our own like episode 28. So that was cool. That was really cool. But yeah.
Now you recommended last week was Friday to him.
Huh?
Now you recommended last week was Friday to him.
Yeah.
Now it feels like I have to watch what I say. Because like I really look up to those guys' stuff, you know. So anyway, fuck the feeling. Good. Continue.
Yeah, a lot of problem solving.
It's not like you have so much to say, but then you like at the same time you have so much that you don't say. You are not going to say.
There's so much I cannot say. But all I can say is that like if any startup is guy, bro, like people used to say like now I know why startups die. Because every single day, I'm not even kidding, like every single day you have to make very important decisions. And if you make a mistake, mistakes you make can be very costly. And like it can start to become the like chain of events that starts to lead to bigger problems that will now cut you off entirely. So it's just balancing acts, yeah. And like now I see like why a lot of people like put a lot of effort. And Elon Musk can say that, oh, he was sleeping in his garage. I understand 100%. Before I just did talk him and he reason now I don't enter. I'm like, oh,
Thank you. You see, now you can get my point of view when I'm saying sometimes we need to move fast and we can't do some things. Like you can't just do some things that you want to perfection. Like let's just move fast and make a decision. Now you can get what my point is. Congratulations. Who else has something to say about their week before Musa? Because Musa has to say rubbish now. Are you done with your week?
CEO was podcasting. Yes, I will allow you to take momentary glory and feel like
yes. It's not easy. I've built multiple products. I've been part of the startup team to build multiple products. So where you are right now, I've been there. It's good. Like I love this feeling. This feeling that I'm telling you that I told you so.
Sorry, what was the revenue of your products?
So
Next question, please.
So the product was not a paid product, so we didn't charge people money. But what I'm proud to say is that we built the products from idea.
So you're doing volunteering work?
We built the product from idea to launch, right? We got over 100 users. We had an event.
NGO or a startup?
It was a startup at the time, right? But then I'm not even asking you guys. Like I'm the one answering you people.
You put yourself in this position, my nigga.
Thank you. How was your week? Shego?
Oh, you called me?
My daddy.
Anyways, Monday. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was different from last week. Not much happened. Then on Thursday, I had to bring back the game and I pulled an all-nighter. And since then, I've been living on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But then on Saturday, I had the first in-person meeting. That was so weird. I went to a company, an actual business for the first time in my life. Something I would have done on Google Meet, I would just continue virtually. I went there. I can't say more. And then what else is going on? I had the privilege
How
of
long
listening
did it last?
over an hour, sure.
What?
Yeah. I got there like 3, I left around 4:20, 4:30.
The hell are you guys talking about? It's just your website.
That's the problem. That's the problem, Musa. Musa thinks things are just things. Like they are not just things, bro. It is not just design. There are more to it. Shall go continue.
I mean, you not just go there and speak of the website. Person is young, and yeah. But yeah, we discussed the website, and I went home, and then I'm practicing for potential things, learning to answer straightforwardly, no context, things like that. Yeah, that's what's happening, sir.
EA Sports to the game.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
When is your interview?
Felony. Like
When is your interview now?
I don't know. I don't have an interview.
Yet.
Yeah.
That's all about your week.
Yes, sir.
Prince, how was your week? Shego used to speak in parables. He used to speak like he's trying to hide the details but give you some information so you thinking about it.
There are many things I can't say.
My week.
Start with why you were interrogated on your IG.
Are you telling me this guy? I will start how I want to start.
Sorry, boss.
So this week was it was meant to be a usual week of gym twice a week and football once a week. So the week started different because I was in DC beginning of the week and I almost missed my train. But that is a testimony that God delayed the train, like no jokes, because law enforcement caught niggas on the track. That made it to delay for me to make that trip. If not, I'd have lost over $200 and time. Yeah. So thank God for that.
Hallelujah, you're chosen. You're chosen.
Best. So I have interview next week a lot, and the whole idea was this weekend I would just play my ball, watch Barcelona, sleep and read. So normal things, I came back Friday night having scored only 2 goals. I'm saying only because last week I scored 10 goals on our smallest.
Which kind of pipes are you playing with?
Yummy yama.
And I mean score goal pass to like guy. I was just killing niggas. But this week it was quite disappointing. And it was only 2. It's only one of those goals I'm seriously proud of. 1-2 tiki taka on our smallest. So I go back at night and they're like, the plan was sleep Friday night, sleep Saturday and read, sleep and read, sleep and read. I came back at night and like, oh yeah, tomorrow there's going to be like a family picnic. So we need you to go and secure the spots at the beach because there are different places like parks around for picnics. But plenty niggas like they use them now because everybody no one pay money for.
So there's a beach in New York.
There are beaches. Literally affected. If you feel offended by what I said, you are most likely one.
Chris has taken the crown for me.
I'm
Thank
telling
you,
you.
Jesus.
So I have to move there. So woke up after 5, was there by 6, set canopy, and I just had to chill there to make sure we protect the assets now. So I was waiting there from 6 till 11. Then there was now one tent that we saw there. When I got there by 6 a.m., there was a tent there that was clearly overnight, and there was a child crying inside. So that is the most suspicious thing you can see in this kind of part of the world. And naturally, I'm like, oh, are we even allowed to like sleep outside like that? And my uncle's like, yeah, as long as you have a gun, you're allowed to do it.
Are you serious?
He said, you have a gun. I said, is this safe? He said, yeah, you have hold your gun and let's see the way they won't open your tent now. So, so they left me there. I was just reading a book that I think I've spoken about, The Third Door by Alex and Yaman. If you have not talk about
I've read it.
It's one of my favorite books. After Riches My Babylon is my favorite book. So there was a lady that was a social worker that was jogging. Everybody's carrying their dogs and walking around early morning now. And then she came and she was asking questions because why is there a baby crying inside a tent by 6 a.m. in the morning, 7 a.m.? That means they slept overnight there in that cold weather with child. The weather was like 15 degrees Celsius. Let's say about 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Like Fahrenheit. So anyway, she called the police and they came later. When they came, they caught me unaware. I just saw 4 white dudes fully loaded with bulletproof and guns.
And you didn't have your own gun. Go on.
Will I say it publicly on podcast? So they surrounded me. I don't the reason how the headline go look like if things go anyhow. So I was being very respectful, as you expect.
You don't go there respectful.
Yes.
Always do. Corner you. It's uniform and gun. No go.
Yeah.
White dudes with metrics. Corner do in America.
Bro,
In America, bro.
that thing was only the chances of survival were slim.
They are wrong, but they asked me question about like what's happening here, what is happening, what have you noticed, what kind of how many people are inside. Me, I just see one Rasta man, like black man with dreads based on silhouettes. But I no go snitch on my black brother and I tell him say I don't really know much. All I know is that there was a baby here, and then see the social worker point to her, made they leave me alone. So they can go for questioning. Then later they went to go and handle the situation. So it made me to start thinking, like, this is Saturday morning. There's a lot of crime going on. These people had enough budget to bring 4 fully armed people to come and check out a complaint in a park in the morning. No crime was committed though, because there was a tent and a baby sound was heard. They could deploy 4 armed officers on Saturday early morning to come and interrogate that kind of thing and make sure that nothing is wrong with the child, and if they need social care, you get. Now, from the situation, personal views, I feel like those people, they needed help, but they obviously said nothing, so I do not lose custody of their child. Obviously, they're just there for fun. Like say with the craze for that kind of the temperature, they sleep picking for tents Saturday morning, but that is not my business. God will help them. So yeah, it just shows how terrible Nigeria is, and that reason why you should leave the place.
I knew this was going to you mentioned budget.
How will I spend one episode, a full 2 hours, without mentioning how bad Nigeria is? No,
bro, how did we jump from tent in New York to?
It just tells me how bad Nigeria is. Like they genuinely care about whether you're illegal or not. They care about your child at least to be able to deploy 4 people. So please, if you can, please leave Nigeria. Thank you. What else happened? So I'm still studying.
The spirit of
I'll give you
man.
Next week. I'll give you my testimony in Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah,
Amen.
That's it.
That's nice.
Please go bankroll us, or we're not going to use StreamYard again. You go pay for, like studio. Everybody make it go studio live.
All of us now go to different studios in our state. Shego, that thing that you want to say. Shego, that thing you want to say. That thing you want to say, just swallow it. Swallow it.
I never even talk anything. I just unmute my mic.
I'll pay for Egorp.
You pay for what?
Okay, intense. I say get for intense. So.
Thank you. I'll really appreciate it if you can pay for our salaries. I'll appreciate it because the salaries are going up. The interns are graduating to either become a full staff or no more intern. So,
do you mean staff or unemployed? Is that what you mean by
no more intense?
They are too expensive. Yes. Either they become full staff or they become unemployed. He said no more intense.
What?
Package
This is a very strange conversation that's about to happen. Sorry, somebody's calling me.
We're talking about.
Someone is calling me. Are you mad? People that were calling me.
Like, what's that called, Joe? I'm on do not disturb. Why are you picking your call?
2 weeks experiment, don't call out.
I'm telling you. Every time I'm here, I'm on do not disturb. He's here picking call.
Like
2 weeks experiment, don't get belly.
don't cast. Don't cast you.
Egorp is scratching his
Yes,
head.
you know with the normal thing.
He said he'll call her back after he finish what he's doing.
I don't call. I'll call her back.
So that
Who's her?
then
I read
No.
his lips.
Who's her?
He's a friend. He's a friend. He's a friend.
is it a 2 weeks
2 weeks
candidate?
intern.
No. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Egorp, I'm going.
Does she go more beautiful with time?
Egorp, I
Yes,
think
she actually did. She actually did.
our listeners are focused. How do you talk to a girl and ask her out for 2 weeks explicitly? How do you do it? Like, we want to hear examples, we want to hear
Yeah,
templates.
just
You don't want to hear about how my week was.
Guy, we don't care about your week. We want to hear how do you ask a girl out for 2 weeks and let her know it's 2 weeks.
Egorp did not ask any girl out. He just put it on his status.
Oh, that's all he did.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, wow.
And people came into my day. Apparently, what this allowed me to also think was like, I'm actually good looking enough for people to have secret admiration or wanting to be in a relationship with me. Yes, fuck you, Shego. And then I was like, this is
I mean, I
interesting.
can't argue with that. No Didi.
You know,
Hey,
Yeah,
Didi,
like-
baby oil, dude.
oh my god.
Yeah, what happened your week?
No, so I'm just going to talk about my company. I'll move on, please. Anyway, this week on What's Podcasting, at least this week in my life, this week in my life was interesting because, I feel like I've been a bit lazy or laid back on some things I shouldn't be laid back on. Like the second episode of Lions Food Story should have been out, and even though the story has been like script, everything has been gone out, I have not just recorded. I planned on going out to reach out. What I did for this thing, Two Sunshines. If you don't know Two Sunshines, is if one of our earliest episodes, when I went out and I talked to people personally to sign up to our newsletter. The project was called Two Sunshines. I plan on doing it again for Night Food Stories here in Ife, and I have not done that either. And I feel like I had some to-dos I've not done, and I've been just lazy internally, which I do not like. So that happened this week. I was just going back, looking at those things, looking at the pointing out the facts. Okay, this is how I've been feeling, and this is why this has been happening, and that's changing. It's definitely changing. In terms of business-wise, having conversations because this month, I've been having conversations with the interns. We hired 2 interns 3 months ago. This is their 3rd month, and they will be either leaving us or remaining with us full time. So that's where we are right now. They have not yet made their decision yet. I've told them to make a decision, let me know what they think, and they are yet to let me know what they think. That puts me in a position where I'm like, I want them to stay, to be honest, because I don't want the situation of going to look for a new person. I want them to stay, but I cannot influence that. I want them to make a decision for themselves if they want to stay or not, right? So it doesn't be like, oh, I'm begging them to stay, and now something's happening and they will not like it. If they made a decision, they are responsible for their own actions. That is where we are. And also thinking about that, I've had this week to ponder upon, if they stay, our salary expense will go up, right? And then how does that affect, the way we make more money and find more customers and all that thing. So that's where we are in that level, Joe. I've just been thinking about that this week. Okay, salary expense will go up, which is fine. Shama money also, continue remaining the same, which is fine. And how do we deal with that? At the end of the day, we have a few months of runway. Yeah.
Wrong with the runaway.
the runway, man. The runway wants to run away, but God no go agree, I say. God no go agree.
Wrong way, who are you? One of my customers said they want to pause on a project because I asked for extra money. And immediately I just
put her a text. Please, can we jump on a call? I think there's a misunderstanding somewhere. Let's align properly. And she was like, okay. And then we had a call and we were talking. In my mind, I'm like, sister, you can't go away. Like, you cannot. Like, as much as I want more money for this thing, right? I know it's time for more money. You cannot you have to remain a customer in my head. But just finding the most appropriate ways of saying, I understand where you're coming from. I think the value we're offering here is, especially higher than it used to be. And that's why we're requesting for more money. But we can always find a payments plan that improves and like makes your life easier. And we can always figure it out. How does that work for you? Tell me the things that you want to see improve as the amount of money we charge you improve, and would significantly, make that work. That is all I was saying. Trying to find a way to tell her that, okay, this is what you want. How we can get there. Did it work? Yes, apparently it works. But it's not 100%. I think it worked to like a 70%. Is at the end of this month, they will really know if it's 100%. Do you get? So that's where we are right now. But I can't lose a customer. This is very critical. I can't lose any customer right now. Please. That's where the business is. Because if I lose a customer, that can affect we have runway for this month and next month, and potentially upper months. But if I lose that customer, then upper month is not sure. So that cannot happen. But that's where we are. And last thing I'm going to say about the company is like
Egorp. How far? Oh, 200k, 250k. Oh, how much? How many percent? Guy, no.
Guy. See.
I'm not selling. You're saying?
It's Musa.
You're saying?
My decision not to sell shares at that point in time. If I was to go back in time, I would take exactly the same decision and I will not sell.
Okay, let's move on.
At that point in time, I would not sell.
Let us move on.
I know you mock me for this thing for the rest of our lives, but I don't give it. Yeah. Last thing I want to say is that we are going to expand our point of revenue to make money from other means, and Willow is one of those things. So you're going to hear it here first on this episode. Willow is an AI tool that we're building that helps podcasters transcribe their audio into text, and then potentially take that text and give you a timestamp. And then if you upload an audio, it takes that audio and cuts out the cuss words from that audio. So if you want to use Willow, the link is in the description. You have to apply to get access to the beta version.
Baba built a tool for his weakness.
You have to apply, right? The link is in the description. You just apply. And the only caveat is you cannot use Willow if you are not subscribed to the What's Podcasting newsletter. And if you want to use Willow, it's free. You can actually use it for your podcast. It can only take in 30 minutes worth of audio. You can do multiple of 30 minutes a day. But you must be subscribed to the What's Podcasting newsletter, which is also free. But yeah, that's what's the catch. Anyway, link in the description.
This first I've heard about Willow fully what it does, and I'm very, very impressed.
Thank you very much. I really coming from you, Prince. I really appreciate that.
I'm really impressed. I have questions, but I'm really impressed.
Okay. Do you want to ask your questions now, or do you want us to talk about Didi?
Will I ask question after promotion? Look at you. This was even block me from talking.
No, I think if I don't know how this works, so I'm winging it as we're making it up and we're going.
But you can enjoy promotion. It's actually a very nice idea. I like it. I want to check it out after.
Okay, fine. I'll put the link in for them. Shout out to Shegu for building the code aspect of it. Yeah. Good. So do you guys have anything? Shut the fuck up. Okay. Shout out to Shegu. Shout out to Shegu for building it, because it's not an easy thing to actually do. Apparently, you have to use different APIs. It looks easy, like you can. People will say most of these startups are ChatGPT wrappers. Nah, I swear to God, it's not just a ChatGPT wrapper. It takes a lot of actually looking for transcription models that work in the time and in the weight of the audio and in the quality of the audio to fit, right? And that is one work that only Shego knows how to do really well, and he did that like primarily well. So yeah, shout out to Shego for actually putting so much effort to make that work, and thank you, Shego.
Bill Shago, it don't cash out.
Bill Shego. Can't believe where this one collects this self. Be like times two. Anyway, is that the pod, guys?
So
Yeah,
That's
yeah, man.
okay.
We can't talk much about Didi until the case finish in court. Then we'll have a lot of things to talk about. I
I
think
think so interested.
the 1,000 bottles they found in his house simply because, first of all, I don't even know who first published the 1,000 bottles still, because I honestly don't even believe the owner of Piercings has 1,000 bottles in his so it's
No, now Didi
what are your thoughts?
Didi could be a wholesale retailer. Who knows?
What are
Like
you
it could
saying?
be.
In his property? He's rich enough to have a warehouse. Guy, 1,000 bottles.
He's
Like,
keeping it there for safekeeping.
personally, I would like to see pictures of the 1,000 bottles. I feel it's a lie. I'm sure they must have found baby oil, but 1,000 seems like an exaggeration in my opinion. And the fact that I've not seen any
He really,
bottles. What?
he really doesn't like going out to shop for them. So it's better to have enough. At home.
Do you know how long one bottle of baby oil lasts?
Do you know how long it lasts him?
You know how long he uses it.
You said?
Do you know how often he uses it?
You are not getting what I'm saying here.
No, no, like
I personally feel that it was just an extra jab by the media.
BBL,
I'm telling you, I just feel that he has been put for all the charges and everything. But the fact remains, if you find 1,000 bottles of baby oil in one guy's house in New York, there should be at least a picture. Personal opinion. Where's
the picture?
what?
The picture is proof.
And everyone is talking about the 1,000 bottles. Who first released the statement that 1,000 bottles was found? No one is saying that. I want to know information. You get, because of
You're asking.
Anyone can just bring up a rumor and it becomes fact. That is the world we live in today. So even if they found baby oil, who counted
That's what
it?
Egorp is trying to do.
Officer, what?
That's what Egorp is trying to do.
I want to see the police officer. I want to see the picture. I want to see video evidence. I want to see the statements. I want to see the news channel that first reported it, or the division of
You know,
police.
go like go the prison.
Stated.
Go the prison now.
So, I don't know. For anyone that just heard 1,000 bottles and straight up believed it, I doubt your. I will not say reasoning. I say I will doubt your. I'm looking for the word, but I don't really know the word. Musa, help me with the word. I beg.
Yeah, Drizzy.
Musa, word. But
Philosophy. You like philosophy? Is it philosophy?
I doubt your questioning ability. If you hear somebody had 1,000 bottles in the house and you straight up believed it without seeing any or knowing where the source of the 1,000 bottle claim came from. I don't know. I'm a data guy. I just feel like some things that are outliers should at least be explicitly stated. If you tell me that Epstein had an island for caves and everything, if I see picture of cave, oh more, that is mad. That is terrible. And I've already seen evidence like that. So why can't we see picture of 1,000 bottles?
Maybe because those things are still in evidence case and they are not allowed for the press. Maybe that's why.
Not allowed for the press. How do we know about 1,000 bottles?
Because information leaks.
Drizzy.
Leak through where?
Like,
it sounds more, there's a higher chance it's a rumor than reality. Personal, that is just my point.
There's a higher chance it's a rumor. There's a higher chance that it is a rumor that is true, but there's no evidence to back it.
It's true that they must have found baby oil, but 1,000 bottles sounds like a very bitter rumor that if you get enemy with person way, let's say you don't go sleep with wife of person way be newscaster or person way get news company. When they eventually catch you, they will have 1,000 bottles of baby oil in your name without any source. That's the way it seems to me. Maybe I'm reading into it too much, but what do you expect from someone that studies statistics? If I'm not reading, who will not read it? But Musa, do you get my angle?
Yeah, like I think at the end of the day, I mean, it's a bit of sensationalism happening with Didi, but at the same time, like I think people, especially like in, will I say, American, like black culture, right? Because it's really like African Americans that are pushing this thing. That are not like verifying anything again at this point. They are like, I don't know, for some reason, they are really, 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 well, from what I understand, they are really like, yeah, Juicy, like, Diddy has to go, or like Diddy has to be punished for what he did, that kind of vibe. And they're making skit out of it. Like, I've literally seen guys posting like on Twitter, like trends about, working in, like, if you are working in Diddy's house, you're just falling down because everywhere you get oil.
Slippery. Excuse me.
The guy was about to sing that song. I said, God, bro. I say. Anyway.
Anyways, like, I just think like it's just sensationalism and people just trying to, I don't know, there's this thing about human beings, like when a giant falls, they like, I don't know, they become happy and like they crucify even further. Like, it's like the same thing now. With, does the glove fit? Like, bruh. So like, there are just some people that will just have like spotlights and a lot of publicity around what they're doing, and every single thing they say, even if they say, "Oh, Diddy was wearing a pink and like boxers," right? Like, that can become a news. Like, people just start to create weird shit out of it. I don't know. But anyways, Diddy's in prison. But 1,000 oil, like, bruh. As Prince said, we need proof. But like, people can generate pictures and say this is the proof, right? How do you verify even those images at the end of the day?
Of course, that is the only way to actually verify. I want to know the police officer that spotted the 1,000 bottles.
Yeah, but that police officer, like, the case is too extensive. I think even that person that shows it, like, might be at risk. Like, their life might be at risk. Everything we did now, somebody's, like, people's life can be at risk, literally, because like a lot of things are being opened up.
How did he
like?
If their life was at risk, how did he leak? The fact that he leaked, and that is all that leaked. So far, so good with what we have heard. Sounds like a conspiracy.
Prince. See, I think this should be the last thing we say before we end the podcast, right?
Because I feel like if let us assume that child trafficking went on, I don't know what happened. Wouldn't it be better to bring up a case of, we saw children, we saw men, we saw women, you get, why specific something as trivial as 1,000 bottles? Guy, it sounds like, who counted it? How do you know
that was the question I was going to ask?
Here's how I think. If an information leaked, here's how I think it leaked. The police officer went there, press asked, guy, have fun, give me an update. What do you guys have on the DD? I don't have to, please give me an update. What do you guys have on the DD? All I can tell you is that we saw about 1,000 baby oil. I was like, really? Yeah, any picture, nothing. Press takes the news, go to their newspaper, whatever. Rumors have it that over 1,000 is rumor. If the press says rumor, is rumor. Rumors have it that over 1,000 baby oil were found. Somebody else, Jesus Christ, this is crazy. Picks it up.
Have you watched Sherlock Holmes, the series?
Yes.
Shego, I'm sure Shego has watched it. Musa, have you watched it?
Nope.
The villain of season 3 final, Sherlock Holmes is just a 12 episode series. Perfect. I think it's 9.1.
Yes. Better than this Cucumber.
Very, very nice series. The final, now talking about you, Musa, close your ears. The bad guy of season 3, the nigga literally owns news companies.
Moriarty.
He owns, not Moriarty, the dude. Moriarty was like, I'm saying the final scene in season 3. I don't want to say what happened to him, but that dude, that guy owned news, he owned press, and that guy used to threaten royal family join. That guy can threaten any motherfucker in the world simply because the guy is untouchable. Apart from his personal security detail, he has information and he can play with the press because he was too powerful. He was literally too big to fail, because who wants to fail him? If he can make your company crash. All they have to do is release statements. They can release things as rumor. They can release things as, even if you watch this show Billions, how hedge funds do, they can, if they want to attack you, they can go and tell analysts and tell them what they should say in their analysis to make it look like your trade is going to go down so that they can buy up your positions. The way media is played around, as long as there's no specific facts of where the 1,000 bottles came for, in my mind, is bullshit until shown. Because anything can be lied. It is so easy to lie about anything. You become you hear one
does not change where Diddy is at the end of the day.
No, I know. I don't really care about Diddy. What's your concern with that guy? Let him go and rot in jail. But I don't like the fact that information can spread easily without any source or evidence. It just seems like it can happen to anybody. That is just my point.
Okay, no. Anyway, that comes in on the pod, guys. Let us know what you think. Comment in the description. Put your comment in the description. Thank you very much. See you. Peace.
Peace.
Mama sent me photo. Mama sent me photo. Mama sent